G'day bouncers, in this video I'll be reviewing the Australian Audio Hi-X65, perfect for your next mixing project.
It's Austrian Audio.
The Ostrich Audio Hi-X65 headphones. Specs and measurements, who cares, they're on Austrian Audio's website. So let's just break this video down into two simple parts, what I like and what I don't like. Build quality is the first thing I'd like to mention. These are built really well and they have a great aesthetic too. I love the physical design of them, and look, it's bleeding obvious which way round they go on your head, and I really love that. Another nice touch is that out of the very nicely designed box they come with two cables, a short one and a long one. So if I'm plugging these into my phone in my pocket, then I can use the short one and not get the cable tangled up all over the place. Hurrah! At the headphone end, the cable twists to lock and it all feels very solid and well built. All the important bits, the moving parts, hinges and headband, are of all metal construction, and at 310 grams they don't feel too heavy or cumbersome. The ear pads are lovely and deep and very comfortable, and I didn't find that they got sweaty during extended listening sessions at all. As for the sound, well, I'm a big fan of open-backed headphones. Closed back always feel a little claustrophobic to me, and I always seem to be able to hear the sound emanating from the rear of the drivers being reflected back into my ears. Open-backed models tend to sound more open and detailed, as that sound coming from the rear of the drivers is allowed to escape into free air. And that's why we tend to use open-backed models for mixing and mastering, and closed-back models for tracking to minimise bleed getting into the microphones. But I hate closed-back headphones so much that I'll do anything I can to avoid having to wear them whilst tracking. And if that means dealing with spill, that means dealing with spill. With me, it's the difference between my best performance and a enclosed, compromised one. And I'd rather deal with some spill and get the full vibe than have pristine audio of a lame take. These sound like very good open-backed headphones. Clear, very detailed, not at all hyped or exaggerated in the low end, and at 25 ohms incredibly easy to drive from just about any kind of headphone socket, from the one on your phone if you've got one to a high-end headphone amp. But they're a little too bright for my taste. I found it quite difficult to judge sibilance with these, as whilst the upper mids and treble weren't resonant and sounded very smooth, I just initially found it a little too much on brighter, more aggressive material, and often spent way too long dealing with S's and tiny little details in the upper mids that didn't really make any difference to the overall mix. But after having used them for a few weeks, I got used to them, and that emphasised the importance of reference tracks when you're auditioning new speakers or headphones, and giving yourself plenty of time to get used to them. Other than that, I can't really find anything negative to say about them. Will I be swapping them out in place of my trusty Beyerdynamic DT990s? Well, no, for two reasons. Firstly, I've been using these for years and years and years and know the sound of them like the back of my hand. And secondly, this. It's like having a couple of soft, fluffy kittens on the side of your head, and I wish more manufacturers would use this kind of material on their ear cups. It's just so comfortable. But overall, the X65s are great. At around the £320 mark in the UK, if they're a little out of reach for you, or closed back headphones would be more appropriate, then check out James's review of the Austrian Audio X25 BT, which is on your screen right now.